is a beautiful spring day here at the site of the UNO Community Arena, and certainly a lot's changed since we were here for our last edition of Maverick Minutes. Welcome back. Dave Ahlers with you, and as you can see, a lot of work has gone on the outside. The facade of this building really taking shape with a lot of the finishing going on up top and down below here on the community end. We are here at the community end of the arena, and we're going to go inside in a minute and take a look at a lot of the work that's gone on inside there. You've no doubt seen some of the local news reports of some of the work that's gone on, including the installation of the first seat.
This is one of the best days in my 40-year memory of being involved with UNO.
We are standing right now on what is sort of the lead up to the overpass that will carry 67th Street across the creek here and lead to even more parking. And here to talk to us more about this part of the project, of course, Steve Gustwiller from Kiewit Construction. Steve, this is really an impressive piece. I know it's something that you guys are really ready to start pouring and getting after it here.
Yep, we'll have this bridge poured here this Saturday. We're planning on pouring it this Saturday. We just actually had all the parties involved here today actually for a pre-activity meeting and going over all the specifics on getting this pour all right and everything. So
great work with this. It's really an imposing structure here. Inside, I know a lot of people have seen some of it. They'd like to see more. Can we go inside and take a look at what you guys have accomplished?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So the main entrance here, how many doors will be along the front here? Is it basically door to door all the way?
There'll be a double set of doors in between each column.
Okay. So Steve, here we are in the lobby, and certainly a lot has changed since we were here last. These stairs, for one, really an impressive sight to come into the building and to see this first thing.
Yeah, so these are all precast concrete treads, get a light nicer finish. So once you get those installed, it really makes it pop. We'll paint all those stringers and everything, and then there'll actually be a rail that goes on there that finishes it off. So
very good. Well, the rest of the lobby will have all of the basics that you'd expect to find in an arena. This area right over here that we're looking at is where the team store will be, but there will also be box office, and you can kind of see the windows over there. There's going to be quite a bit in this small area, isn't there?
Yep. So there'll be the box office, like you said, and then just down that corridor is actually the skate rental shop.
Okay.
So when you come in here for open skate and you want to get skate rentals and go on to the community ice, you actually come in the south entrance and walk down to the skate shop. You can rent some skates and then walk directly over onto the community ice.
Speaking of the community ice, let's go take a look at that. This will not normally be an entrance to the community ice rink, but last time we were here, this was nothing but mud, and because of the work that has been done here just in the last couple of days, you know, it really is starting to look like an arena. Just
yesterday, we actually poured the actual community ice slab. So we've got that all done, and it's curing right now. We'll keep a wet cure on here for 7 days, and then we'll start finishing all the perimeter stuff. We'll get all the drywall done in here and start putting in all the duct sock and all the lights in here in the community ice, and it won't take too much longer to get this community ice finished up.
And of course, pipes before that were laid down. They've done the same thing in the main arena, and that was a pour that went on today, correct?
We poured the main arena ice slab today, which basically is comprised of two slabs, so to speak. There's a warm slab and a cold slab, with some rebar in there and some mesh. And that encapsulates, the concrete encapsulates that to make the ice slab there.
Quite a process to make ice inside a building, and one of the guys who's going to be doing that here at the UNO Community Arena is Ryan Weiss. He's going to be sort of the chief ice guru, and I know he's on the inside. I'm going to talk to him a little bit more about the pour. Steve, thanks for the quick tour. We're going to catch up with Ryan now.
Sure.
This corridor separates the community ice arena from the main ice arena. The Zamboni will go back and forth between the two, and as you see here is the main arena, and the guy who will be in charge of making a lot of that ice is Ryan Weiss. And Ryan, thanks for showing us around, and tell us a little bit about the work that's gone on here today.
Well, today was a very big day as far as the arena construction goes, because they came in and poured the floor over the ice pipes. They ended up pouring all the concrete, and then in 28 days the floor will be cured, and we'll be able to move even farther along with the arena process. And at some point this summer we will end up doing our test ice sheet and making ice for the upcoming season.
Now, as the guy who's going to be in charge of making the ice here, what are the things that are most important to you about the floor that you're going to be working with?
On an ice slab floor, the most important thing is making sure that floor is nice and cold and nice and clean. If anybody puts gum on the floor and we don't end up scraping that up prior to putting ice in, the ice may not freeze in that spot.
Yeah. Well, with something like this is really just the start of things for you, because there's a lot, as you noted, a lot of testing that'll have to go on before the Mavericks start playing here in October.
Later this summer, we'll be doing what they call the black ice test, which is just turning on the compressors and freezing it down to 16 or 15 or however low that we really want to go, which usually the recommended temperature to make ice is 16 degrees. And what we'd like to do is get it down to where we want to make it, if not colder, and we'll end up doing a big flood on it and seeing how fast it freezes, how well it freezes.
It's kind of like getting a new car. You need to kind of test drive it, don't you?
Yes, it is. It is just like getting a new car.
Well, this is a pretty cool car. The Mavericks will be able to avail themselves up here in October. Brian, thanks for your insight. Really neat being here, and look forward to seeing a nice white sheet out there in October.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's all for Maverick Minutes for this time. We're glad you tuned in here at omavs.com. We hope you'll tune in again. Thanks for watching.